Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we will be discussing, analyzing, and forecasting what gold can do during the FOMC. Uh, I'm going to bring a little bit of fundamental, a little bit of technical as well. So you will get a good idea as to where gold can move ahead in the upcoming 5, 15, 20, 30, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months. The long term view is 190% bullish. There is no chance that gold is not going to hit 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000. But one of the major concerns for any trader is how to trade in the short term. Now, let's analyze what are the implications of FOMC apart from technicals. What are the reasons gold can go higher? Okay. And what are the reasons gold can go lower? Give me a second. So let's start first with how can gold go higher from here. If I just tell you in simple terms, whenever Fed hikes rate, gold falls, and whenever Fed loses rate, gold goes higher. Right? That is how it is related. So it is inversely related to Dixie. So Dixie goes higher, gold dumps, and if Dixie dumps, gold goes higher. That's how the correlation actually works in it. Now, if the gold has to go higher, obviously a rate cut has to occur. And number two, if the gold has to move higher from here, Fed needs to give a very, very good dovish commentary, right? If they are saying that, look, we do not know what to do from here, and we particularly feel that we are not going to cut rates for another 3 months or 6 months, then we can see some pressure on gold because gold is is not a precious metal which likes uncertainty. Okay, it's a precious metal which likes easy environment, not a very very tough environment. One of the more reasons why gold can actually go higher from here is if there is a clear path. If Fed says that, brothers, we are hawkish, right? We are hawkish for 1 quarter, but from the next quarter onwards, we are going to cut rates very, very well. Then, yeah, you can see a great amount of deal in gold moving higher from here. And as I told you on the technical part, there is a daily fair value gap remaining. So maybe we can go there and we can bounce back as well. Who knows? Or we can directly go move ahead from here to the all time high. But we need a clear path. If there is no clear path, then our chances of gold moving higher are very, very less. Now, what are the reasons that gold can actually move lower from here, right? Gold can move lower from here even if there is a rate cut, but possible stop in rate cut. So if there is a possible stop in rate cut, saying that we might stop rate cuts for at least 3 months, 6 months, or whatever time period it is, because we see that the economic conditions are robust, consumption is very very good because consumption is actually 60% of US GDP, and you just saw retail consumption, right? Retail numbers coming out which is more than expected, so that is 100% bullish for US dollars. And it gives you a very good example that if these guys are going to cut rates right now, inflation might peak again. So these guys are not going to cut until they see that retail is spending in a certain limit. So the economy is doing great, spending is great, so people are not really affected with the inflation, so they are not going to cut rates as quickly as they might have planned. So we are going to stay at 4.5 or 4.75 or 4.4 percentage for some period of time. That is what the assumption is. Now, if these guys give any hawkish commentary, I don't know what Powell can say or what are his capabilities. But if he gives any kind of hawkish commentary, then 100% gold is going to dump, and we can see some kind of short-term bearish trend in gold, even though the long term is very very impact. Number third is unclear path. If these guys themselves are confused, which I truly feel is the case, when Fed says everything is good, it's a soft landing, when Fed says, everything is going to be fine and stuff like that, I do not really buy that because I have really seen what Powell is doing. He did not cut rates until he knew that it's still here, right? I truly believe he started cutting rates a little, late. And right now, what I feel is if these guys don't have a clear path, With Trump coming in, with his new tariffs, with his new policies, there is going to be a lot of uncertainty. Uncertain environment along with robust economic conditions. It's really really tough for gold to move higher, at least in the short term. But the good news is in the long term it's going to be bullish. Why? Rate will come down lower one day or the another. It's not possible for rates to stay this high for a long period of time. Rates have literally doubled from 2%, 2.5 percentage to 5 percentage, 500 basis points. It's not very very easy, right? So these are the two conditions, possible conditions. Now let's take a look at what can happen technically in terms. So if we get a good, if when we get a rate cut, right, I believe possibly we will have a up move or an up spike, right? If the conditions are good, we might carry on depending upon the commentary. But if at all, there is something happening that is not in favor of gold, we might see a dump today as well. But this is just an assumption. Nothing is really really sure over here. But this, whatever I have explained to you till now, whether gold can move higher or lower, this will be your key. Okay, and that will actually help you understand, okay, this is how gold can turn out after the news. After news is very very important. You don't have to trade the one sided or the two sided move in news. You have to understand what can happen, what is my bias after the news. This video is directed towards that, so this will help you understand what should be my bias after the news is done. There is Thursday, there is Friday, I can lock in some gains. So I hope you have gotten a brief idea as to what can happen on the technical aspect. See, I'll tell you one thing very very honestly, we are looking very very bearish. We might go higher to take liquidity. This scenario is likely to happen. That is what I feel. This red color line scenario is something that is likely to happen. But if we take liquidity from the upside, if the move does not sustain, we are going to head down. If for somehow this move sustains, there is a 4 hour fair value gap over here, right? And if we start dumping, then we will be dumping for at least 40-50 dollars, and we can test these November lows as well, right? November lows are $2,600 technically. We might test that as well. So this is something 25-40 is a November low again. So these are all the possible areas that we can 100% move. That is what I feel, because that is what the overall uh, sentiment is of gold. Let's see how this plans out. And if you want to follow my trades closely, follow my journey closely, then you can join the Telegram link. It's in the description. And yeah, that's it. That's all from my side. And I'll see you guys again this week. I'll give you guys an update. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider that. And you can like the video as well for to make the YouTube algorithm reach this video to more people. Thank you.